So this is the first day of our Tudong, the international monks at Pape Meditation Retreat. We're doing a Tudong, or a pilgrimage, halfway point from Pape all the way to Pai. The pilgrimage is not easy. Here we're going the back way, but the roads are so steep. Some of the days we're doing 4 kilos, and then tomorrow we're doing about 27 to 30 kilos. So it kind of varies. But for us, this is very important for us to come together, for us to do an activity that spreads faith within Buddhism. And as international monks, for us to have this opportunity, we're just so excited. I'm here now at Wat Pa Nam Ok Ru. So for anyone who's in Thailand, I hope I said that clearly. But this place is absolutely beautiful. From the side of the road, it takes about 3 kilometers to walk in. And last night we came in here, they were carrying their tents and all of that, and it was started to get cold. The road was a bit dark, but it was very beautiful. As you can see here, it's just very still. In the middle of this place is just a big lake, and it looks absolutely amazing. It's very still, it's very calm, it's very peaceful. And we've seen a lot of people coming here to enjoy the sights because you can feed the fish, you can take your time to relax, but it's very simple, it's very quiet, and it's out in nature. For us, staying here last night was amazing. To be out here in nature where everything just goes silent and it's dark, it's cool. We all have our own tent where we can meditate. And when you look up, the best part of this is that you can see stars. It's so bright and clear. And the Milky Way is out. And for us, just sitting out in nature to be with ourselves is the most amazing, amazing feeling. But today, all the way from Thailand, I wanted to talk about a topic that impacts a lot of people. And this is something that the Buddha taught. And this is the topic of impermanence. Impermanence is one of the natural laws that the Buddha taught all the time. And what that is that things are always changing. And that's one constant, one consistent, that no matter what it is, nothing stays the same. So whether it's physical form, whether it's mental formation, anything, but everything is always changing, everything is always shifting. And for me, I wanted to take time to talk about this topic because I think people understand it, people have heard about it, but it's just a concept. But I think in this moment, we can actually feel it. And what I'm talking about is COVID. When COVID hit, it changed our whole world. Everyone thought everything was the same. We worked hard to make everything the same. And now we can see, and now we can feel that, in a blink of an eye, anything can change overnight. And for me, I wanted to give 2 examples that will illustrate that. So one of the things that we can attach to is really when things go well. And just use your own personal experience where when things are great, then everything is amazing. And I have many friends who have reached out to me. I have many retreat participants who come and meditate, and they're suffering because everything in their life was going so stable. Their businesses was good, their body was good, their Instagram and their social media, and everything that they had set up was amazing. And then all of a sudden, everything that you worked so hard for, you never could have imagined something like this would shift your whole world. We never thought, myself included, where there would be something that impacted us as a whole that would lock us in our own homes. Where you need to wear a mask, it infects everyone, it's killing many people, and it's very sad, but it changed the way people did business. It changed the way people communicate and interact with each other. So I get a lot of people reaching out and they're saying, I'm struggling. I'm struggling because the things that I was working so hard for, my business, all of these things, my status and my identity. When COVID hit, it shifted my world, and now I don't know who I am. Without my identity, without my status, and again, these are just two small things, then who am I? Who am I? I can't go to the gym anymore. I can't vlog anymore. I can't do all these things that you used to do anymore. And it's like when that rug is pulled out under you, then a lot of people have suffered, and a lot of people are still suffering. So just know that when you attach to those things, again, it can change. We do that through many forms. Sometimes it's through looks. You know, when you're young and you're healthy and you have a six-pack and you think you're invincible, and it's great. There's nothing wrong about looking good. There's nothing wrong about working out. There's nothing wrong about any of those things. But just know, again, the natural laws that the Buddha taught of impermanence, and that will change. You will get old. Yes, you have good health now, but you will also experience sickness. Relationships will pass. Different things will change because just of this law. It cannot stay the same. So again, when things are going great, good. But just know, don't attach too much, don't get too comfortable, because again, with this law, things can shift anytime. Now, let's go the other side. And the other side of it is when things are not going so well. You can feel hopeless. You can feel like nothing is ever going to change. And for me, I can understand this because before becoming a monk, meeting with clients and dealing with addiction in Malibu, a lot of clients come in and they're depressed and they're hopeless and they feel like nothing's ever going to change. Or sometimes you are brokenhearted and you're in despair and you're like, you know what? I am so hopeless today. I don't know what to do. I feel so low. I don't know if I can get out of this. And yes, that feeling can happen. But for me, I know there are severe cases, but for many, I just want to say, please use this law where you might have a dark day, you might feel hopeless, you might feel despair and sad, and that's okay. But just know that through this impermanence, it can change as well. And how do we know that? Well, take nature. You know, nature and the way life cycle works, where every night it gets dark. You know, some days are darker than others. Some days really cold. Some day it feels lonely. Some days but every day after that, the sun rises. There's always brightness and there's always darkness. So in that situation where it feels dark, just know that there's hope also, and that things will also change. We see that with politics. We see that with different things around the world. With COVID, we will get through this. We will have another election. We will have, so again, things move. Things always move. Things have always moved, and they will continue to move. So again, I just want to share this. And there may be certain situations where, again, people will have little subtleties. And yes, that's okay too. But for me, I'm just speaking very generally. So again, take the time, because we're feeling it, whether things are good, whether things are bad in your life or not so good in your life, know that they can change, and don't attach to either one of them. Because when it's good, that can be pulled out under you. When it's not so good, that can change also. So again, use the wisdom. We feel what it's like, and now apply it to your life. Try, if you can, to not attach to either one, and just do your best in this moment. And again, continue to do your work. So then, knowing what we know now, what do you do with this information? Let's make it practical. And for me is, I just alluded to it. The first step is really identify that this law, this natural law, is real and it's existent, like it's here, and use it. So take a look at your own life and see, where are you attaching so much? If it's through your image and how you look physically, you're very beautiful. Again, good for you, nothing wrong with that. But be mindful of attaching too much to it because it can change. So when you're not in that good shape anymore, then what happens to you? When you don't have that big social media following anymore, what happens to you? And again, don't attach. So go through your life, look at areas that you're attached to, and then know that it can change, whether good or bad. The second point that I would say is how do you use the wisdom is then do the work. Do the work meaning preventative work. So for example, we know that you will age. We know that your physical health will change. You know that your mental health can change. We know that environment can change. So again, with this knowledge, take the time to cultivate yourself and train your mind. And for us, I'll use monks as an example, is that whether things are going great, whether things are not going great, whether it's cold or it's hot, whether it's summer or winter, it doesn't matter. But we train our mind through three ways. And for us, it's really keeping the discipline. We will sweep the temple. We will clean our beds. We will take care of our areas. We will take care of one another. Another thing we do is keeping our precepts. Again, like I said before, as monks, we have 227 precepts. So we hold our morality. We try not to do things that are bad, and then we just keep following the rules and training ourselves. And then the third part is really with meditation. So again, good day, bad day, doesn't matter. But each day we put our cup down, we allow the dirt from the day, all the stress from the day to just sink down. And we keep cleaning and purifying ourselves and to be strong. And we just meditate. And everything that we do as monk, the way that the Sangha, the way that the system is set up, is because we're training our mind to be strong, to not attach to the outside world so much. The outside world is real, but again, you don't have to attach to it. And what you can control is your perception. When things are happening, things are shifting around you, what you're doing through the act of meditation and developing strength in yourself and a foundation is when the tornado hits, when the storm hits, you're actually training yourself to be in the eye of the storm. So everything around you is flying and it's dangerous and it's rolling out of control and you feel like you can't have anything to grasp to. So for us is get still. Stay in the center because it's the safest. And again, don't attach. When things are good, okay, great. When things shift and they're not so great, okay, that's okay too. But the most important part is to train your mind. So for me, I just share that because again, not to judge your lifestyle. If you want to keep it, great. If you want to prepare for it and try something new, try this also. Because for me, when COVID hit and people weren't prepared, the mind wasn't strong enough, then people just freaked out. And it's like, no, there are opportunities in these crises. So again, when you are healthy, when you are in a good space, when things are stable, keep focused and keep training your mind because another crisis is going to hit. Another obstacle is going to come your way. That's not anything new. So now with this preventative work of just taking self-care, this is language from the West, self-care, and then also meditation, taking time to be alone, eating properly, taking care of your physical health, mental health, spiritual health. So again, when things come your way, you're going to be very strong. So again, I know that there's a lot going out there in this world. I don't want to minimize your experience because COVID was very difficult. But for me, it's just time and time again, these things show up because it's trying to tell us to be prepared, The world is always changing. It will keep changing. But what you can prepare for, what you can develop, is really train your mind to be very still, be very calm, make it bright, make it positive. And then when your mind is clear, bright, and positive, anything that come your way, you start to see opportunities in that. So hopefully this is helpful to you, but feel free to leave any comments below or share your story below. But I hope you guys are all doing well. And for me, I just want to send good wishes and good blessings to everyone from beautiful Thailand as always. So thank you so much. Have a good day.